Hello, you be beautiful people. I'm Michael Botts, and the reason you show up here every morning is because you know there's more. There's more in here, you can feel it, and you want to give it to the world. And there's something in here that you want to get more too. So this is going on inside of you. And I can prove that you were born to give that more and get that more. You were born, you didn't know how to walk, you didn't know how to talk, and you had no clue of how to eat. Only you could do was suck. And then you started to learn to walk, and you failed at it miserably. You fell down, you had to crawl, you had to drag yourself, and that whole time you never felt rejection, you never felt disappointment, you never felt discouragement, you never felt frustrated. You just kept trying to walk until you succeeded at walking. You did the same thing with talking, and you did the same thing with eating. I mean, when you started to eat, there was just spaghetti all over you, and there was nothing that you could do about it. But you weren't embarrassed. You didn't care about the rejection of other humans. You were just like, okay, I got spaghetti on me this time. Next time maybe I won't. Or maybe I like spaghetti in my hair. But you weren't worried about what everyone else was thinking. So you're going along the beach of I am enough. And you're strolling along, succeeding at life in all the failures. And then you get caught in the riptide of life and you get sucked out into the ocean of am I enough. And in the ocean of am I enough, you're still trying to succeed. But now you're getting slammed around and sucked under. And you start to try to get to the surface, and then your lungs start to fill with doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. And you start to drown in the ocean of am I enough? And your goal becomes lifeless. Your dream becomes lifeless. Your destiny becomes lifeless. And then I grab you and I drag you out of the ocean of am I enough, back up onto the beach of I am enough. And up there, you're like, okay, let's just put the sheet over the face of my goal. I can't do it. Let's put the sheet over the face of my destiny. I can't do it, Michael. It's too hard. Let's put the sheet, because you've been in the ocean of am I enough so long, you want to take the sheet and put it over the face of your passion. And I say no. I throw the sheet off of it, and I start to resuscitate your goal. And I start to resuscitate your dream. And I start to resuscitate your passion. And you start to spew out in fear and doubt and limiting beliefs. And you take these breaths. Maybe I'm enough. Maybe my goal. And your goal starts to come back to life. And your dream starts to come back to life. And your passion starts to come back to life. And then I stand you up and I aim you towards the path of success on the beach of I am enough. And what do we know about the path of success? It is paved with gratitude. So we start this show every day with gratitude. After I do this beautiful introduction to get your brain on what this show is about, we do gratitude. So right now is your opportunity to put your gratitude in. It sounds like something like this. Look, Michelle already had it typed and she just put set. Look at that. Laura's already there too. Michelle says, I'm grateful for cold morning showers and the benefits they bring. I am proud that I'm willing to keep my mind open and learn from others. I am enough. Laura says, I'm grateful for my dependent car that gets us where we want to go. I'm proud that I put up a ceiling fan yesterday, and I am enough. Bravo, Michelle. Bravo, Laura Carroll. That is fantastic. I love those. Those are great. When you do your I'm grateful, make sure you say I'm grateful for, you say the I'm grateful, and then you say I am enough. Now what that does when you say it out your mouth, it goes out in your inner ear, down in your soul, and now your soul and the universe are collaborating to make that more of that happen. So Laura says her car starts. Now the universe is making sure that her car will start. So when you say it out loud, have it go down in your inner voice, in your inner ear, in your soul and the universe are collaborating to make that happen. When you do an I'm proud of, you're building yourself. You're building I am enough. I am enough to take a cold shower. I am enough to put up the ceiling fan. You're starting to live in I am enough. Now I'm going to do one. I am grateful for the time yesterday. I had 2 hours free. I sat by a swimming pool at this hotel that I'm at, and I just enjoyed reading for 2 hours. It was fantastic. I am grateful for that, and I am enough. And then I'm proud of, I went for my walk this morning. I'm in a new location, but I still went for a walk. I saw lots of deer this morning. It was really fantastic, and I am enough. Now, as you're putting in your gratefuls and your proud ofs, we're going to do some breaths. Now, in my reading yesterday, I was learning more about these breaths. These breaths create space because life does not go to sleep at night. Life is staying awake, thinking of how it's going to kick your ass. Sounds like somebody's watering the plants while I'm doing this. It's hilarious. In the background, don't worry about it. I thought they were flushing the toilet at first, but they're watering plants. So if you hear of a little water flow and you have to go pee, just embrace that. Just take me with you to go pee, okay? So we're gonna take these breaths. Now these breaths are to create space because life has got us up against in the corner, up against the ropes a lot of times. And we're just back there and we're trying to make the mortgage and we're trying to pay the bills and we're trying to hire the right person. We're trying to make payroll. We're trying to make the next sale so we can keep our business alive. So we've got all this going on. We're trying to keep our body right and get our body fit and healthy. We're maybe fighting off a disease. Whatever it is, life gets us up against the ropes. Now these breaths are going to create space. And this space is where the solutions are. Because if life can keep you up against the ropes, you don't get a punch back. You're just defending yourself. And when you create these breaths, it creates space, and you can get back and you can punch back. And the solution, whatever you're struggling in, the solution is in this space. All right, ready? Let's take our first breath. Ready? Breathe in. Let it out. So you have a choice right now. You can just think, okay, I'm breathing, or you can think, I am feeling the space. I start to feel the space that's happening with these breaths. Because your oxygen is going into your brain, oxygen is going into your lungs, and it's filling your body with pureness. Next breath, ready? Breathe in. Feel the space? It's right there, guys. It's right there. Become aware of the space. And then in the space is the solution. I promise you, every time I'm sitting with a client and they give me their big problem that they're struggling with, and I say, all right, just put your hands on your heart, take a deep breath, let it out. Now write down the solution to the problem. Every time it happens, when I do my live events, we have everybody, they're scared to set their goal. And then we take these breaths and they'll start writing right away and set their goal and write beautiful things. The solution is in this space that we're creating with these breaths. One more. Ready? Breathe in. Let it out. Awesome. Well, today is part 2 of dissecting self-discipline. Remember yesterday, if you didn't see it yesterday, you need to go into it. I'll give you a brief synopsis of yesterday. Yesterday, we took self-discipline, I became Italian there for a second, self-discipline, and we said self-discipline equals being a disciple of yourself. And then we talked about the disciples that followed Jesus. They loved him, they adored him, they were studying him. So when you become a disciple of yourself, you love yourself. Self-discipline equals self-love. And the way it works is I love myself to eat the right thing. That's self-discipline. The way it works is I love myself to make these 10 sales phone calls because I need to make these sales because I love myself. I love myself enough to say no to that and yes to this. Okay? So that's self-discipline in its beautiful, authentic, It's self-love, okay? Now today I want to talk about you already have self-discipline that you're using. No, I don't, Michael. What are you talking about? I don't exercise. I don't eat right. I don't make the calls. I'm not hiring the right people. I'm not making the sales. I don't have self-discipline. First of all, you're saying that out your mouth. Now, what did I already tell you? What you say out your mouth goes in your inner ear, down in your soul. Now, your soul and the universe are collaborating to make that happen. So when you say, I don't have self-discipline, you're setting yourself up to struggle in self-love, self-discipline. But I can prove you have self-discipline. I got 3 of them here. You go to work. Most of you go to work every day. That takes self-discipline. You brush your teeth. I would say all of you in some form take care of your teeth every day. Even if they're not real, you're doing something to them every day. Number 3, each of us are paying taxes. Every year we pay our taxes. Those 3 things are self-discipline. Yeah, but Michael, that can't be the same as me getting a workout in. That can't be the same as me making 10 phone calls for my sales. Why? Why? The reason you go to work is because there's a reward. So there's pleasure. The reason you brush your teeth is to avoid pain. I don't want my teeth to hurt, so I take care of them. I'm avoiding pain. The reason you pay taxes is because you want to avoid the pain of an audit and having the IRS take all your stuff. So self-discipline can be rounded down, broken down into gaining pleasure or avoiding pain. So now in our self-love definition of self-discipline, let's take this and start a new discipline. Whatever it is that you're trying to start right now, and you've struggled with it, and you've failed 1,000 times, the only reason that you failed is there's not enough pain to stop and not enough pleasure to keep going. The reason that I can get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, no matter what time I go to bed, no matter how I feel, no matter what's going on in my life, and go for that workout is because I relate a mega pleasure to it. It clears my brain, and I'm avoiding pain. I struggle with depression. If I get that workout in, it clears all that crap out of my head for a couple hours so I can make it through the morning. I'm avoiding pain, the depression, the things I struggle with, anxiety. I'm gaining pleasure. I feel amazing. I feel confident. I feel mobile. Do you see how the self-discipline, because I love myself, and I know that I struggle with depression and anxiety, I have to take my medicine and get up and go for that walk. No matter how I feel, it has nothing to do with if I feel like doing it or not. It has to do with the results of not doing it. Now, how can you figure out the mega pain you want to avoid and the mega pleasure you're going to get with the thing you want to put your self-love, self-discipline into? I'm telling you, you have it already. It's a muscle inside of you, and all we got to do is start building that muscle. If I tie this arm to my side and I never use it for 6 months, it's going to atrophy. All that's happened is your self-discipline muscle has atrophied. That's all that's happened here, guys. Let's stop saying we're not self-disciplined. Let's stop saying all the stuff that puts heavy on us, and let's start speaking and then finding the avoid pain and gain pleasure, leverage to discipline ourselves, to love ourselves. Now, I want to do something special since we're on this self-discipline thing, is I want to offer everyone that's listening that wants to take advantage of it a free goal setting session. Because we're coming into the last quarter of 2018. No matter how crappy your 2018 has been, or how fantastic you went on 3 vacations this 2018 has been so far, we can make this last quarter amazing. So I want to sit down with you and help you set a goal, just one, and then create a strategy to get that goal rolling. I would love to do that for you. Message me here and send a message to me in Messenger through Facebook, and then I'll get back to you. I love you, I care about you, and I'm committed to your success. And we'll dissect self-discipline some more tomorrow. Have a great day.